Crispus, good afternoon or good evening where you are now, given you're an hour behind Johannesburg, ahead of Johannesburg. Let's talk about why market seems to be taking the stance that money needs to be taken off the table now because of forthcoming elections. I thought this had already been priced into the market.
I think the market is coming down mainly due to post-election violence, and in my opinion, Christmas has also started. And remember, it's a Monday, really, so maybe it's a bit of, I would attribute it to a bit of Monday effect. But again, I'm seeing the foreign investors have mainly kept off the market. So I don't know.
Okay, so let's establish where this market is likely to go then. Okay, so we're seeing some money coming off the market in the coming days to close the year. And do you see this trend continuing?
Yeah, this trend might just continue, maybe up to the last, just a week before Christmas. Maybe towards next week we might see a rise as guys, as fund managers try to close out their position. But this week I'm predicting a relatively flat performance.
Yeah, I was just looking at the performance of African markets, and we're going to have that discussion later on with another market commentator. And I see the Kenyan market, in fact, is down on the year here. So if you had put your money in Kenya, you wouldn't have really made any money this year. Is 2013 going to be the year?
Well, I think it's still a wait and see attitude. Given that we have the political, the huge umbrella of political risk, we really can't predict. A lot depends on how we carry out our elections in the coming year. But remember, if the elections go on well, then it will be just the year for us.
What's your call, though?
Pardon?
What's your call on the elections? Are we likely to see violence? Is this likely to be a stable election like we saw in Ghana at the weekend?
No, we are going to have we are all praying for a stable election, of course.
No, but what are you expecting?
To think otherwise.
What are you expecting, though? I want to know what you're expecting and what you're advising your clients.
I'm expecting a stable election, of course. I'm being optimistic, and like I said, we pray for the best again.
Okay, what about on the shilling front? We have seen the shilling weaker today, as I said earlier, and we've seen also riskier currencies or currencies perceived to be riskier than others weakening across the board today because of this uncertainty in Europe and, of course, what's happening in the US. That currency we're seeing slightly under pressure. Do you see this continuing into the new year?
Yes, of course, we'll continue into the new year. But again, remember, we might have increased. In the Kenyan situation, we might have increase of remittance in December, and that might have an effect. I mean, increase of diaspora remittances in December.
Yeah,
that might just have an effect.
Yeah, so diaspora remittance is coming in December, but also the fact that this market, so some people are saying, is not exactly expensive, particularly given the fact that we are seeing profitability increasing. I saw a story today suggesting that bank profits, at least the total for the banking sector for 2012, is actually hit the same levels that it took for the whole of last year in the first 10 months of 2012. So profitability is increasing, and I would imagine attention on the market would also be increasing.
Really, in the Kenyan market, in the Kenyan scenario, the financial sector is a bit segmented. The financial and construction sector have both witnessed tremendous growth. So I believe when we are looking at, we can't look at it in isolation and say that the other sectors are going to grow at the same pace. Look at the construction sector. I mean, look at the agricultural sector. There's not so much growth that has been witnessed there. There is as opposed to the financial sector where we've deepened a lot, and the word out there is that this is not the end. We are yet to see higher profits. So when you look at the Kenyan scenario, you have to segment the construction and the financial sector because they've risen mainly due to sector-specific factors and not economic-specific factors.
Yeah. What's your overall call for the market, though, coming into next year? Are we likely to see inflation beating returns on the equities front, at least?
Inflation may just, honestly, we might see an increase in the inflation rate. Due to the fact that it's an election period, and Kenyan election periods are normally characterized with words of cash.
Okay, so where would you put your money if you were to look at Kenyan asset classes?
Really, I'd go into real estate and a bit of the financial sector, like I said.
Crispus Otieno, Equities Dealer, AIB Capital, joining us live from our studios in Nairobi.